Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
We are extra lives. Here, on a holy mission. A mystic quest. Here to lift you up. We come from the farthest corners of the universe. Far beyond the last continue. Dave. From the haunted depths of planet Zebras. Mark. From a world consumed by a great sea. Wendell. From a lineage of assassins in 15th century Florence. Michael. From a scientist's prayer in the year 2000X. We will now take you back in time. Back to when you were just a child. Extra lives, power up in 3, 2, 1.
You spend the night tossing and turning. Tomorrow is your first vacation in as long as you can remember. You're so excited, you can barely sleep. The hours pass as you imagine all the places you'll see and the people you'll meet. The yummy food and delicious drinks. The gorgeous weather, the scenery, the local history and culture. Eventually, just before dawn, your mind wanders onto a beachside scene. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, hear the kiss of the breeze, smell the salt of the ocean. So peaceful, so serene. You finally drift off to a deep, deep slumber. Oh, you've overslept. Your flight leaves in less than 90 minutes. You leap out of bed, your heart racing. You summon a rideshare service, but then remember, you forgot to pack. You grab the nearest suitcase from the closet and begin stuffing in random clothes, comic books, and even a classic video game console. But to your dismay, the bag won't close. It's packed too awkwardly. You hear the honk of a car horn outside. Your ride is here. And if they drive off without you, there's no hope of catching your flight. You try to text the driver, "I'll be right there." But your phone dies at the worst possible moment. Your Uber leaves in 2 minutes. You're going to have to find a way to make everything fit in your luggage and get out the door. sprint out the front door, just as your driver's pulling away. Luckily, she sees you, and you're not the kind of person someone can look away from, especially when you're covered in sweat and still in your pajamas. You toss your bulging suitcase into the back of the '97 Subaru as you take your seat. The driver turns to greet you. "The airport's an hour away. What time's your flight?" she asks. You glance at your Nintendo game watch. 64 minutes from now, you reply with a gulp. "Well then," she says as she pulls an intimidating pair of driving goggles over her eyes, "we'll just have to go fast. Buckle your seatbelt." You arrive at the airport more than 30 minutes before your flight. You tip the Uber driver 2 turbo boosts for a job well done, then hurry into the terminal. Luckily, you only have a carry-on. As you enter the security line, a TSA official approaches you. "Welcome to the airport. Do you have any valuable electronics in your bag?" "Nope," you reply. "Just an Atari Jaguar." "Great," says the agent as you approach the conveyor belt. "Please leave your jacket on and remove your hat." Do you remove your hat or remove your jacket? Press A to take off your hat. Press B to take off your jacket. You remove your hat and place it in its own inspection bin, then step forward. The TSA agent smiles at you warmly and waves you through. As you enter the metal detector, your mind wanders, and you imagine the wondrous journey your hat is about to have. 3 feet away, hidden from prying eyes, in the dark tunnel right next to you. None the wiser for all your imagining, you retrieve your fashionable hat, place it in your inventory, and head to the gate. You arrive at your flight just as the doors are about to close. The gate agent is powerless against your charming smile and devastating good looks. Or is it the fact that you're a Super Gold Supreme Platinum Plus member of the airline's Frequent Flyer Club? In any case, he's kept the air bridge open just for you. You've made it to your flight. As you place your bulging carry-on bag in the overhead compartment and claim your seat, you take stock of your surroundings. The flight looks more empty than you'd expected. Every other passenger has an empty seat next to them. Fortunately for you, social creature that you are, your row is the only one full on the plane. You are in the middle seat. To your right is a coughing grandmother. To your left, a screaming, unattended baby. The flight is about to take off. Press Y to curl up with a good book. Press X to flash your super mega gold platinum preferred supreme card to a nearby flight attendant for some complimentary cocktails.
Yo, what's up? I feel like you guys have some opinions on this. So, I'm gonna invite two beautiful human volunteers to step right up to this microphone and tell me why, and everybody else, why you think we should either get something to drink or curl up with a good book. Who here thinks that we should get something to read while sitting next to this coughing grandma and the crying baby? No one's gonna argue. Oh, you, beautiful human number one, come. Please tell us your name. Andres. Andres, come down here, please. Yes, welcome. This is a dope jacket. Don't come too close to me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That is cool. All right, tell us and everyone else why you think we should take a reading book.
All right. Well, if you think about it, if you get a cocktail, the grandma's right there coughing right at you. You're gonna get sick or something from the cocktail, you know. So might as well read a book, distract off, wander off, you know, just go into the dreamland.
Okay. Andres, thank you very much. All right, who here thinks that we should, instead of getting something to read, we should get a little bit lit? It's a lot of hands. I think I saw your hand go up first. Yes, beautiful human number 2 in the purple. Is that purple? Purple. Come on down.
Do you get drunk with a single cocktail?
Well, you are a Super Gold Platinum preferred member. You can probably get as much as you want to drink. All right, why should we get a drink?
We need to drink our newfound sorrows away because that would be the best option.
It's got to be the best option. Got to be. Okay, we're going to open the voting, you guys. Let's see what the crowd has to say. Also, front of house, the videos of us live are so cool. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Second, when we are not here speaking, can we maybe have the house lights down? Okay, no stress, no stress. Okay, funny side story. We do the show a lot, right? And no one ever votes to read. Everyone always wants to get drunk. Everybody. Okay, beautiful human number 2. I didn't get your name. Joey, do you want to come hit the controller? So this is our vote for X to take some drinks, you guys. Again, welcome to the show. I hope you're having a great time.
You proceed to get rip-roaring drunk on those tiny bottles of airline liquor. Your last coherent thought before the seventh Bloody Mary takes effect is,
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
as the flight takes off, you stare out the window and begin to hallucinate. You're in for a very bumpy ride.
Okay. Woo! We're here every Friday.
Sir/madam, it's time to get off the plane.
Madam/sir, you need to leave this aircraft.
Everyone checking.
You stumble out of your drunken fever dream to find a flight attendant holding an empty glass. Falco? You feebly mutter as the water runs down your face. The flight attendant doesn't seem impressed. Welcome to paradise, sir or madam. Would you kindly deplane so that we can clean the aircraft? You catch a hint of glare in the attendant's eyes, then notice the horrible stench of vodka, reposada, and soju emanating from your seat. The crying toddler and coughing grandmother are nowhere to be seen. In fact, it looks like all the other passengers left the plane some time ago. A quick look through the airplane window reveals a brilliant, sunny day. You can hear calypso music wafting liltingly from outside. You gather your belongings, smile guiltily at the flight attendant, then scurry off the plane. You are on a tarmac in paradise. It's a beautiful day. The kiss of the ocean is in the air. This airport, however, is impossibly small. You walk to an irregularly shaped platform marked Arrivals. There are many mysterious dots on the ground. Before you can guess their purpose, you receive a push notification on your phone.
Please note, due to lingering supply chain issues, there is only one Uber on this island. Please expect significant delays if there are multiple guests who need a ride.
You immediately begin to hail a car, but find yourself thwarted by a new foe. No reception on your smartphone. A single, lonely bar of service flickers on and off, taunting you like a PlayStation's loading screen. There are 3 other people standing in the rideshare area. You look up, eyeing each of them with suspicion, and notice them doing the exact same thing. The 4 of you begin spreading out across the platform while checking your phones. Each of you wants that ride. Apparently, the first person to find a spot with decent reception gets the island's lone Uber. Let the games begin.
Living my life at a slow high. Different for every night at the hotel. I ain't seen the sunshine and 3 days. Been fueled in heaven, cocaine and whiskey. Wish I had a good boy to miss me. Lord, I wonder if I would change my ways. I put your picture away. I put your picture away, way. Sometimes I'm tired today. I can't look you all right. Next to her, put a picture away. Sometimes I OtakuFest, Miami, better go to the beach today.
Success. You let out a triumphant
It's me!
as a second bar of cell phone service flickers to life. You're apparently standing in the magic spot. The Uber is yours. All you need to do now is pick a destination. It's 2 p.m., too early to check into your hotel. You can either go for a dip at one of the island's luxurious beaches, or you can check out the Museum of Natural History for some local information. Which will it be? Press L1 to study, R1 to swim. The Uber promptly arrives. You don your brightly colored swim apparel as it heads to the nearest beach. You barely have time to apply a slathering of SPF 64 sunscreen to your nose before you arrive. The driver hurries back in the direction of the airport as you walk straight into the endless, clear blue ocean. After a relaxing dip in the ocean, you grab a towel and warm yourself on some higher, drier docks. And as with every dock in a tourist area, there's a chintzy-looking telescope you can look through for 25 cents. Of course, you're a sucker for chintzy, so you quickly find yourself 25 cents poorer. You are looking out at the sea through the telescope. You have limited time before your quarter runs out. Press right to look right. Press left to, well, you get it. To your right, way in the distance, you can barely make out what looks like an idyllic castle fairly well inland on another continent. Something stirs deep inside you, then you remember, hey, isn't that the evil corporate compound from the hit Choose Your Own Adventure show, Extra Lives, and the Fall of Bowser Enterprises? Timer's almost finished. Press up to look up. Press down to eat a spaghetti sandwich.
Talk to me, friends.
LOL. Just kidding.
Spaghetti sandwich?
Press up to look up. Press down to look down.
Okay, beautiful humans 1 and 2. Who thinks we should look up versus look down? Who thinks we should look up? Beautiful human in the cape. Is that a cape? Do you not know who Edna Mode is? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Come on down. Come on down. Tell us why you think we should look up. We can't hear you. First of all, what's your name? The Guy. I am that guy. I'm just kidding. All right, the Guy. Why should we look up?
You might find some cool birds.
Cool birds. You might find some cool birds if you think birds are real.
They might be. This is our time to experiment.
This is where you find out, exactly. All right, thank you so much, the Guy. All right, who thinks we should look down? Down. Unless you can come back if there's no one else. Okay, Andres, pause. We have another beautiful human who has not had the chance to speak. No disrespect, only love to you. Come on down. Please tell us your name and why you think we should look down.
I'm Nick.
What's up, Nick?
And why I think we should look down is I'm assuming there's an ocean down there. And we can look at cool dolphins.
Birds versus dolphins. That's the battle
Or
today.
maybe some jet skiers like Wave Racer.
A jet ski is that cooler than a dolphin or no? Yeah?
Equally as
A
cool.
jet ski's cooler than a dolphin?
Don't you
Okay,
think
well, let's
so?
find out. Let's find out what the crowd has to say. Thank you, guys. Thank you, the Guy, and to Nick.
With the limited time remaining to you, you look down and see some waves. Wow, how unexpected. Rats, time's up. And that was your last coin, too. Oh well, it's starting to get late anyhow. You make your way to the hotel. As you walk the lonely road to the courtyard Marriott Hotel, you happen upon the most beautiful fountain you've ever seen. This feels like that perfect storybook moment for you to make a wish. You reach into your pocket for a quarter and, drat, you already spent your last quarter on that sick telescope. You really want to make a wish, though. You rifle through your inventory for something reasonably coin-shaped, but the only thing you're willing to part with is, your pants. A fountain fairy appears, looking at you expectantly. At any rate, you make a secret wish, then offer your undergarments to the fountain. Whoa, you think? Brushing the last bit of fairy dust off your shoulders? That was pretty rad. You're about to reach your hotel when you realize you left your pants back in that fountain. Oh well. The sun has set by the time you reach your hotel room. It's already been quite a day. A big part of you would love to experience some local nightlife. This island has one of the top club scenes in the world after all. Maybe tonight's the night to mingle with some locals. You know, get jiggy with it. On the other hand, part of you wants to just chill right here in the room with some essential oils and a warm bath. You know, a spa date for one. Both options sound mighty appealing. You have trouble making up your mind. Press R2 to hit the club. Press L2 to hit the tub.
All right, you guys, this is your last chance to vote and decide what happens in today's story. So I'd like to hear some opinions. Who here thinks that we should just take a bath, head in for the night, and then that's it? Who here thinks we gotta get clean, relax, unwind with some warm water and some bubbles? There's not a single soul in here that wants to take a bath. I worry about y'all hygiene, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, who here thinks we should hit the club? Who thinks that there is more turn up after this plane ride? All right. I think I've heard from you, Miss Nick, yes? But behind Nick, in the cowboy hat, your hat went up, and I haven't heard from you yet. You want to come on down? Tell us your name and where you got your outfit, because that is also awesome. Okay, please tell us your name and why we should hit the club. And then maybe someone want to argue with you after.
We should hit the club because we already had some alcohol, and you can't have peanut butter without jelly.
So you're saying alcohol and the club, they hand in hand?
Yes,
Oh, gotcha.
absolutely.
Okay. Does anyone want to argue with that logic? Is it that okay? With the green hat, beautiful human number 2, welcome. Please tell us your name and why you think we need a bubble bath instead of peanut butter and jelly.
I'm a Redditor, and we've already had a big day.
Okay.
You know, we went in the ocean. We got crunk with the ferry.
Yes.
We need to relax. We need to take a nice bath.
Gotcha. And scan the front page of the internet.
Exactly.
I hear it. Okay. So we have 2 very good options. We can hit Reddit, or fire bar shots until 5 a.m. One of the two. It's no two extremes, right? Okay. Enjoy voting, you guys. Is there a single voter that will break this tie? We need a single voter. Okay, by show of noise, who thinks that we should hit the club? Okay, and by show of noise, who thinks we need to take a bath? Mark, who was louder? Okay, we gotta break that. Show of noise. All right, who wants to hit the club? And who wants to hit the tub? I think the club is gonna win this time around, you guys. All right, here we go.
You make your way to the island's thriving nightlife district, rather amusingly called Las Vegas. In the dark thoroughfare behind one of the casinos, you see a line forming for the island's hottest casino. A neon blue sign adorns the entrance with one word: Flash. Then your gaze turns to the queue itself. You immediately notice how cool, stylish, and unbelievably attractive the people waiting for admission look. If all those people have to wait in line, you think, what chance do I have of getting in at all? But then you remember your secret weapon. You reach into your inventory and grab your blue dancing shoes, equipping them on your feet. Within seconds, you hear a chorus of gasps, and the line begins to part. Even the intimidating bouncer seems impressed. He ushers you into the nightclub without delay. Have fun. Weird venue, you think as you finally reach the bar. A kid with the name tag Eddie stands behind it, handing out e-tanks to the other patrons. You're about to ask for the same when you remember you haven't eaten since last night. Suddenly famished, you ask the bartender if they're serving dinner. Eddie nods, hands you a whip, and points to a nearby wall. Confused, you walk over and see other hungry-looking customers striking the wall with weapons of their own. Oh well, you think. When in Rome, I guess. You whack the wall repeatedly with your whip until a large tile falls off, revealing a fully cooked herb-roasted chicken with hoisin sauce and a light olive oil drizzle. Yum. You're just beginning to devour the chicken when you feel a tap on your shoulder. You turn to see a creepy-looking dude with a hula hoop and shifty eyes. "Wanna dance?" the hula punk inquires. "No thanks," you say politely. "I'm eating." Insulted and enraged, the creeper engages you in combat. You escape the barrage of weirdos in the nightclub, seeking some fresh air outside. As you walk along the busy nighttime street, you notice a large establishment in the center of the strip called the Golden Nugget, advertising itself as a Nin-Nin Hall. Curious as to what this might mean, you approach a random stranger in a magenta leisure suit. "Pardon me, good sir," you ask. "Can you tell me what a Nin-Nin Hall is?" He gives no response. The guy just pumps his fist and uppercuts nothing in particular. Maybe he's crazy, you think. You try your luck with the man in the yellow hat. "Pardon me, good sir," you ask. "Can you explain what a Nin-Nin Hall is? Oh, and also, aren't you that dude from the Curious George books?" No response. The gentleman just sachets in place, while the fellow to his right punches the air endlessly. Frustrated, you move on to a pair of kind-looking ladies. "Pardon me, fair maidens," you ask. "What happens over there at the Nin-Nin Hall?" The woman in blue continues to circle her compatriots silently. The lady in the red bikini does the same, but there's something different about her. You catch a glimmer of something in her face that you recognize. Is it fear? It's then that you notice the crowd is creeping slowly towards you. You see a ruthless gleam in their eyes and get a bad feeling. Closer and closer they approach. You look to the other ne'er-do-wells and bikini-clad showgirls for help, but they merely move their hands up and down in an endless mechanical motion, like the upstage cheering section at a Chuck E. Cheese. You're surrounded, and it looks like you're going to have to fight off all Las Vegas by yourself. Or are you? You suddenly feel a familiar presence by your side. Just to your left stands a woman girded for battle. It's the coughing grandma from the airplane. Next to her, fast asleep and wearing nothing but socks, is the formerly screaming baby. To your right is that random green mermaid who followed you home from the docks. Shoot. Sorry, I forgot to mention her in the story. But anyway, she's there. She's ready to fight for you. The menacing crowd is making moves too. They begin pumping their respective limbs faster and faster. Faster and faster. Until all of them coalesce into a giant, fearsome beast. All of them except one. The showgirl wearing red seems to have recovered her senses, She moves to join you, doffing her cap politely and putting up her dukes. 1 has become 5, and now you have a fighting chance. The battle is upon you. Can you survive against Las Vegas Incarnate? It's the next morning, and you're back at your hotel, safe and sound. Wow, what a wild night. You look into the mirror and notice a few bruises on your face and forehead, but nothing too bad. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, you guess. With the sun beginning to rise, you walk outside your room to lie on the beach a few blocks away. Another beautiful day in paradise. You stare at the horizon. Just like in your dream, you can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, hear the kiss of the breeze, smell the salt of the ocean. You can't help but laugh as you reflect on how much you've experienced in the last 24 hours. The frenzied last-minute packing, the mad dash to the airport, the plane ride, fighting with other passengers to get an Uber. Not to mention some unexpected harassment from the locals. Somehow, none of these troubles seem to bother you now. Maybe it's how challenging these past few years have been. Not just for you personally, but for everyone you know. Our tolerance for mischief is just higher these days, you suppose. But now, all those challenges seem to melt away as you lie here in full view of the endless sea and boundless sky. You realize just how badly you needed this. It's important important to take a vacation every now and then. You take a deep breath and a long exhale. You're truly grateful to be here.
Thank you guys for coming. Enjoy OtakuFest. See you guys next time. We've got really dope merchandise that our drummer Mark is going to go show you guys. Go check out our tables right there in the back. We've got mouse pads. We've got coasters. We've got secret floppy disk, if you even know what a floppy disk is. Dope merchandise right back there.